Hi,
Hi guys.
guys.
Got you. All right.
Welcome back to another video. It's okay. Nope, we're going with it. Welcome back to another video. I am back with my husband. Here he is, Drew. And I'm Tiffany. And today we are talking about the birth story of my son. I don't know. I get a lot of questions about this. And I thought it'd be really cool to have my partner tell it because I mean, I have my version, but
I have mine too. Like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Nice. Anyway, without
Sorry, say it. You got it.
further ado, here is my husband, Drew.
Thank you. Very good rhyme. Okay. Tiffany took a pregnancy test, and it was positive. And we're like, and she was like stoked, and I was like, let's just be careful not to get too excited in case, you know. So we went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, you're pregnant and you're gonna have a kid. It's gonna be awesome. And so I was really stoked. Of course, the pregnancy was actually really pretty smooth. She was able to work most of it, which is great. And yeah. So in the other video we did talking about the experience, we talked about some of the stuff that we did leading up to it, like during the pregnancy to take care of her and the baby. So like herbal teas, supplements, that kind of stuff. We didn't mention prenatal vitamins, but we took a lot of those too.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, you can check that video out. I'll link it. We talked all about why we chose home birth from his perspective also.
Yeah.
So go ahead and check that out as well. It goes hand in hand with this one.
She was a few months pregnant and we were going to a big hospital, giant hospital, and getting all the checkups and stuff there. It was fine. Nothing was bad, but she felt that she wanted a little bit of a different experience. So we went and met with some people. I went and talked to the midwives and they were awesome. Answered all of our questions and really like not just cared about the baby and Tiffany, but about me and about our hearts. So, you know, all the stuff that we are concerned about. It was really good. And so we decided to go with the home birth route. And I'm really, really glad that we did. And, you know, through the whole process, I learned that it's a really, really safe thing, a really, really good thing, a really healthy thing. And so I feel great about it. I think it was one of the best things. Yeah, she was about 9 months, just about. Yeah. Yes, when you went into labor.
39 weeks and 5 days.
Yeah, so we're like just a few days early.
Yeah.
His due date was April 24th, and he was born on the 22nd. So that night, we were at Elise, my sister's house.
Yeah, because Elise's birthday was
was it her birthday party?
Yeah.
Okay, it was her birthday party, and we're hanging out talking to her friends, having fun, and they're like, oh my gosh, any minute now, baby's gonna come. And we're like, yeah, any minute, maybe. And then I went to a record store, picked up Fleet Fox's record. I was really excited about.
It was record store day.
It was record store day. So we came home, went to bed, and immediately she was like, hey, I think I'm having a baby. Like, I think I'm in labor. So instead of going to bed, we timed the contractions.
Contractions. To interject really quick, also, throughout quite a bit of my second trimester and my entire third trimester, I had Braxton Hicks contractions. Yeah. And so I was really used to those, and my belly was contracting all the time. And so this, I could tell, was definitely very different. Yeah. We were timing them and it was like, this is happening. So she called the midwife.
Midwife asked some questions. She's like, okay, I'll be on my way. And so we got there. We're all set up. I was asking like, what can I do? Can I help? And she was just like, give me some water. And so she was getting water and laying on the couch. So I was just like playing guitar and talking to her and getting her stuff. And I set up the tub. It was sweet, yeah. It was really sweet.
That was one of my favorite parts is when you're playing me guitar.
Yeah.
That was really sweet. And we were waiting for the midwives and it was just you and I.
Then the midwives came and they kind of took over the setup stuff.
That was our last moment, just you and me.
It was, yeah.
Because people were there. Aww.
That's so sweet. Aww.
Emotional. Aww. That was really sweet. I just realized that.
It was sweet, yeah.
Aww.
You're gonna make me cry, dang it. I'm not crying. See my eyes, they're not crying.
You can, it's okay.
I'm not. So midwives came. Yeah, it's okay to cry. Midwives came and they were setting up. And so I kept playing guitar and just being there for Tiffany. And then things got real. And Tiff started feeling the contractions a lot harder and more often, and it was like, wow. And it was scary, man. I mean, like, you know, he was the person that I loved going through more pain than I've ever seen him go through before. And I knew it was for a good thing, good cause, good reason, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, one of the best affirmations we had was like, my body is supposed to do this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another really helpful one was each contraction's bringing my baby closer.
That's what it was. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. It got really intense, and so the doctors the midwives had her like move into certain postures to help ease the pain. That's like etched into my memory when she's like in a lot of pain, and I'm like talking to her in one ear, and the other midwife, she was speaking Spanish to Tiffany, comforting her, speaking Spanish in one ear, and I was speaking English in the other ear, and like trying to comfort her and rubbing her back and giving her ice pack and all this stuff. And she was just like out of nowhere, she's like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And I was like, is she?
I was just like, help! Is this
help,
okay?
Help, I'm gonna die.
Is everything okay?
I'm dying,
I don't know what's happening.
So I looked at the midwife who wasn't there, and she's like, she's not gonna die, it's okay. And from that point on, the rest of it felt to me like it went pretty quick. So it was just kind of like, bam, 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 bam. And there was one point I remember that the midwife was like, okay, you are having a baby right now. Like, go lay down on the bed, you're having a baby. They didn't even have time to set up like this.
Yeah, they're like, do you think, I was like, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. And they're like, okay, do you think like waiting in the water would help with that warm water? I was like, yeah, please, please. And so then they started filling it up. And then
they checked, and they're like, this baby's coming right now.
Yeah. So they're like, you're good, girl. Yeah. You're good.
They literally said that.
This was a span, let's see. So we started, I say we. I started contractions around 11:45 or 12.
Something like that.
And this was like 3:45.
Just quick.
Yeah.
So then she was like pushing, and the baby was coming, all that stuff. That was probably an hour and a half. I don't know how long it was.
The records say that I pushed for 14 minutes.
Okay, I was really wrong.
So.
Okay, she pushed for 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he was there. It was, I don't know. It was really fast.
Yeah,
it felt like
really
it went really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it was just like, that part was probably the scariest and most real part for me, because it was like I could tell that the baby was showing up. You know, like he's gonna be here. And also I was most worried about him too, because I was like, man, like, what if like his cords wrapped around his neck or something? Or, like, there's all these things that could be, you know. And so then like I don't know if this maybe cut
it's okay. No, you're fine.
I saw his head, and I was like, holy cow, that's my son. It's his head.
Yeah.
And then I was crying, and and I was like comforting Tiffany, but I was just like, Tiff, I can see his head. And so she was like, all right, let's do it. And the midwife was like, push, and she was like, ah, and then there he was, all of him. So then the midwife put him down, and I like kind of helped him up, and I was like, oh my gosh, my kid, my baby's here. And he was bright red and yelling and so cute.
Aww.
His face was like this, so mad. He had like this X, like.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, I think he was just not sure what was happening, and he just didn't know what to do, and just screaming. So then we had like a good probably 20 minutes to a half hour, just the three of us, and that was really sweet and just like unreal. Like, what the heck? Like, we're parents now, you know?
The first thing I remember after giving birth was, is it a boy? Is it actually a boy? Like, I wasn't sure. They're like, actually, we didn't check.
They didn't check.
So then they did.
I knew.
Yeah, so then they did. They're like, yeah, it's a boy.
And he was so cute and sweet. He slept like the whole day.
He was 8 pounds and 10 ounces?
7?
8 pounds 2.
8 pounds and 2 ounces.
8 pounds 2 ounces.
Right.
And 21 and a half inches long.
Yep. So yeah, then we had a lot of family come when they heard he was coming. Tiff's dad was only lived like 3 hours away at the time, and my immediate family lives within like a half hour, 45 minutes from here, and then my
mom is in Arizona, and so when we called and said that we had the baby, she's like, I'll be right there. And so she flew
Yeah.
like immediately.
It's pretty sweet because her plan was to come a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm getting on the plane right now.
I'll be there. I'll be right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So lots of family time with all of our family. And that was really cool and really sweet just to have that time together with all of them celebrating him. Yeah. He was around. It was awesome. Amazing. We stayed for like a week and it was just so cozy and comfortable.
So yeah, it was like staying in a little hotel. It was amazing. That was one of my favorite things about home birth, I think.
Yeah, my parents like got us everything and hung out with us, and it was really sweet. They gave us a lot of space too, which was really good.
Yeah.
We needed that. Figuring out what the heck we were doing. The second night was awful. The first night was so great. He slept the whole time, and we were like, "What? Nothing is different."
Like, wow, he slept in like 4-hour increments.
Yeah, it was awesome. But the second night, he stayed up most of the night yelling, and we were like, "Oh gosh, what did we get ourselves into?" I mean, we knew, and we were like so thankful and stoked. And I think that's part of why, like, since it took us a while longer than we hoped to get pregnant. I think that's part of why we were so like that helped us become better parents and more grateful parents.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say, like, I know there's people out there who have waited forever and it's much harder than we had it.
Totally. But in our experience, it was really hard for us.
Yeah, it was hard for us. That second night, though, Tiffany had this really profound thought. She said that we need to stop being frustrated with the baby for yelling at us in the middle of the night and realize that from this point on, our sleep now belongs to him. And whatever sleep that he lets us have is like basically a gift. And there's so many days that have not felt like that. Yeah, there's so much of the time I'm like, I hate not sleeping. Yeah. But there have been so many times too where that comes in my mind. I'm like, okay, my sleep is for him. Like, I mean, hopefully I can have some for me. I need it. Yeah. But if I think of it like my sleep is something that he needs from me, or from us, he needs our sleep, then I can. Yeah. I don't know. I guess
he needs us to feed him. He needs us to change him. He needs to be comfort. He needs, he needs all those things, and it's selfish for us to be like, oh, my sleep. Like he's a brand new baby. He doesn't know what to do. Yeah. And you have a choice. You have a choice in the middle of the night to either be frustrated or to say, you know what, this isn't my favorite thing right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of my child. And that was huge for us. I think that's helped so many times, countless amounts of times.
Countless. I think it's hard too as a dad because you can't, I mean, if you're doing breastfeeding, which you don't have to, but if you are, I think it's hard because there's like not a whole lot you can do in the middle of the night. Yeah. And so you might get in this rut of feeling like you're being selfish when you're not getting up with the baby, or you might just be selfish and just not do it. And I would encourage you two things. One, support the heck out of your spouse, and two, do everything you can when they ask, or before they ask even, So like for the first little while before I went back to work, those 3 weeks I told Tiffany, I was like, you're not changing a single diaper until I go back to work. And even then I came home sometimes and didn't change the diaper so she didn't have to. Because
pretty much he's the best.
I'm not trying to say I'm the best. I'm just trying to say like, I think it's really important to help as much as you can. Yeah. Because like in our situation, there are certain things that I can't do. I can't feed him. And so all the time when he wants to eat, like now we can give him a bottle or whatever. Yeah. But like back then it was like, I can't do anything. So it
was really helpful for him to be like, can I get you anything? Like some water or anything? And most of the time I would say yes. Yeah, water. Yes, water please. Or just anything.
Or a snack or something.
Yeah, a snack or...
Turn the baby sound machine on or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, just like little things. Like, can you get his diaper ready or whatever. So.
Right. Yeah. And so I think I would encourage people to do that.
Yeah.
That was it. Birth story plus some.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining
you're welcome.
me.
No problem.
If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. Hopefully you do have questions because we really want to answer them. Yeah. And subscribe and ring the bell. And don't forget to check out the videos that I mentioned before. Or just the one video, I think. The other one about home birth. So I'm pointing at him because he was the main guy in that one too. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Oh my gosh.